Now.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
All right, everybody, we are back again. As you know, it is Saturday, and you are with us, the Prime Minds, and we are back with episode 3, and we have something special cooked up for you today with a special guest, but more on that when we get there. But first, Prime Minds, good morning, good weekend. How you guys doing today?
Feeling great, man. Excited.
Good. So we'll go by one. Again, this is King Dav. You all know me if you're listeners. If you are our Champions Ascensions in the Discord, you hear us every week. And we're going to bring this to you every single week, as you all know by now. And I'm joined by my good friends, Bunzaga. How you doing over there?
Hey, doing good. It's supposed to snow today.
Hey, enjoy it. We're almost done. By the Dip, chilling on the West Coast. How you feeling?
Good, my man. Good. Feeling the heat.
Yeah. Z-Mackin, how you feeling this Saturday?
Oh man, it's a great Saturday. We're here with Squiddy. At the same time, my nephew's playing for National High School Basketball Championships on ESPN2. If anyone wants to watch that on the side.
Dang.
Yeah, right now.
That's amazing.
Tip off right now. So it's a great 9 o'clock on Saturday morning on the West Coast.
That's amazing. What team are you cheering for?
Oh, Auburn Trojans, man.
Right. And V to G, how you feeling?
It's going good, man. I'm actually traveling this week, so it might be a little bit more quiet, and I am enjoying some Florida sunshine, so I'm excited.
All right. Yeah, those are my friends over there in the nice parts of the country, the United States of America. I unfortunately am over here in the Midwest in the Rust Belt, just freezing my ass away, but it's all good. I look forward to these days. I look forward to the getting together with the Prime Minds and talking a little bit of CA. So we have today a very special guest coming with us. But right before that, I think we want to discuss just something really quickly here. There's a reason why a lot of us bought in to this game, Champions Ascension. I think a lot of times in the crypto NFT gaming community, the Web3 space, hype, HYPE, that is I think put up on a pedestal a lot. But for us, the Prime Minds, I think we're on the same page in saying that when we got into this game, we really thought about the longevity of this project. We really have a lot of faith in the developers, a lot of faith in the companies and in the whole project. And while we do like the hype, we also like the fact that there's some substance, a proven track record, and things that will carry this game, not just in the short term, but in the long term. You guys got any input on that? What you're thinking about where we are today and what we're thinking about the long term of this game?
I'm just sitting here waiting, man. It's going to be a couple months till we actually get anything good coming out and can play. And I'm just sitting here patiently waiting. We're investors at this point and gamers soon to be.
Right.
Yeah, I always say Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time to build something really special.
Right. I agree. And I've looked at other projects, and it seems like, I'm not a Web3 OG. We actually have a Web3 real OG coming up here in a minute, but the impatience of the space, and I think the quickness of the space actually adds to the impatience of some people. But some of the impatience of the space, I think that's the thing that kind of surprised me. When you're looking at a special project, something that's good that you can support, and you're looking at a roadmap, I think a lot of this stuff is already a lot of this stuff is taken care of. But yeah. All right, guys, it's 5 minutes in. Like I said, we have a special guest today, and we all know him as our community manager. And he's worked in other spaces, several different NFT spaces, and we're going to get into it a little bit. He always comes with a lot of energy. Everybody loves him. He's very well received. He brings a lot of hype, a positive energy with him every time he shows up. He is our friend, your friend, Squiddy. Squiddy, are you with us right now?
What's up, King Dev? What's up, Gonzaga? What up, By the Dip? What up, Vita? What up, ZM? What up, Audio Bot? What up, Audio Bot? How we living?
We are good, man. Squiddy, how are you feeling, man? First of all, congrats on the engagement. I heard you got engaged and had a good time in Vegas.
We love Vegas. We love Vegas. Thank you very much.
Yeah. How you feeling, man? Are you living the dream? What's going on with you? What's going on in your life?
Oh, I am living the dream, man. Again, back from a great West Coast trip. I've got a couple weddings lined up here, so I unfortunately missed some of these NFT events, which, again, I'm supposed to be at all of them, but all of my friends decided to get married around the same time. So I've got a wedding tonight. I'm in Philly right now, driving up to New York right after this. I'm going to be wearing a tuxedo. Very, very excited to, it's a wild time when you see Squiddy walking around without some dope sweatpants. So
I bet you clean up nicely, Squid.
Yeah, we know we dabble. We'll see. We'll get some pics.
Get some. And you talked about some of these NFT events. I've seen there's a lot going on. I've seen the NFT LA where Champions Ascension made a big showing. I see some things about NFT in Miami, but I think the one that I kind of FOMO'd about, I missed out on was the NFT Philly meetup, put together by the one and only Squiddy. How did that go? Have you done that before? And how did that go?
Yeah, it was great. We had over 100 people come in through the building.
Nice.
Which was absolutely nuts. Shout out to some guys who were some of the original members. So I started NFT Philly when I bought my first NFT. I'm like, all right, this space is me. I'm part of the space. I'm going to do whatever I can to be a positive member and a contributing member to the NFT space. So I'm living in Philly. I created 2 accounts. I created NFT Philly and I created Bored Ape Philly. And I just decided to start tweeting from NFT Philly and see if I can connect people in the city of brotherly love. It would start, I would go to a bar to watch a Sixers game and I would say, oh, official NFT Philly meetup. Come on through. So we started off, we had about like 6-8 people at the first one. And again, this is how I see community building. It all starts with a strong foundation. Nothing was built in a day, and it's just establishing and developing relationships every single day. So this was about 6 months ago. And then the meetups have kind of built up and more people want to contribute. And I always say, yeah, I may have started NFT Philly. I may be the founder of NFT Philly. But anyone who wants to get involved and who's doing cool shit in the space is NFT Philly. So,
nice.
We got a dope ass venue yesterday, and then they was like, oh, I'm good at SEO, and I've been on meetup.com a bit. So we had a really diverse group of people show up, from people trying to learn about the space to people with 15 bored apes, right? So It was just really cool to see a lot of people come together, a lot of cool conversations happen, and I'm it warmed my heart. Seeing where it's come, and that's just kind of getting started there, because I've been hosting events, bringing people together the whole life, and yeah, it's just another small part of what I'm trying to do in the space.
That's amazing. You think it's important to have that physical connection aspect to this?
Absolutely. And as you guys know too, again, if I'm in your city, if I'm in a Prime city, I'm meeting up with you, right? I'm meeting you face to face. I want to meet as many Prime Eternals as I can. Like, that was my goal with NBA Top Shot, where I want to meet as many basketball fans as I can, bring people together over hoops. It's bringing people together over gaming, because I am a gamer at heart.
Nice. With the NFT Philly, are you looking at doing that annually or just every now and then meetup? What is that? We're
going to try and get like a bi-monthly schedule, I think.
Ooh. I'm going to have to pull through.
Please, man. It's again, we got more sponsors coming through. Again, it's a slow build, and it's just organic and it's authentic. So nothing's going to be rushed. It's all taking the steps. Now that we see the the piqued interest, the people in the Philly area, we're definitely going to continue to do cool shit with it.
So I'm over here in Detroit. So, hey, if you're ever by here, but honestly, I think I'm going to do a meet. Maybe all the prime minds. What do you think, guys? Maybe all the prime minds can make a trip in a few months or so, and meet up over there, do something live.
I'm with it.
I highly
That's one.
recommend, I highly recommend getting together because that's where the relationships are really formed when you meet people in person, right? We're doing this shit online so we can better our real life lives.
Yeah. And so when it comes to even meeting up, like I'm kind of, so first of all, I'm really excited, honored to have you on here. Just a NFT OG, an ape holder. I know enough to know that, if you got in on the apes or you got in on the crypto punks, you kind of knew what was going on for a while. I'm a little bit new to the space. What kind of strikes me, I think I talked about one thing at the top, right? No need to dive into it, but just the impatience of the space. But I think that's just where we're at in society. The other thing is there's a big and anonymous factor, I think, to the NFT and crypto space all around. It's where we use a lot of the avatars, nicknames, cool names, and all that. I don't know, Squid. I don't know too much about that whole life and that thing. So talk more about, the anonymous thing. Does it have to do with just having an avatar, having fun, or is it because people really don't want to know who you, or you don't want people to know who you are? Not you, but people in the space don't want to know or give up who they are.
It's a combination of both. There are some anonymous accounts out there that have very large digital assets, right? So I understand people wanting to kind of just like lay low and people wanting to kind of hide behind an identity because again, that's your choice as a person, right? I'm sure they've got all these other accounts that they tweet from, the internet, Twitter, you're hiding behind a screen. But with the NFT space, you're able to find that exact representation of you and how you want to represent yourself in a digital form. And some people want to have that completely separate from their real life stuff. But for me personally, it's an enhancement, right? So like Squiddy, I'll introduce myself as Squiddy. Like it's pseudo anonymous for me, but everyone who knows me and knows me in real life knows that I'm Squiddy. And I'm just doing it as a enhancement more life, right? I've got a public role, I've got a public job, and so that's just kind of who I am. I go to all these in life events. I love traveling, and I like get off meeting new people and connecting with new people. That's just that's what brings me joy in life, which is genuine human connection, and everything I do around that is based off of that concept.
That's good. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, so it seems like the NFT space is really good for individuals to build up their own brand. Does that sound kind of correct, Squiddy?
Very correct. And it empowers those to do so, where if you have those connections and you develop those relationships, you can take it wherever you want.
That makes sense. I hope to have that problem someday where it's like, and, I'm even thinking while I go about my daily life, and I'm almost ashamed to say, but I have my MetaMask right on my phone. If I lose my phone, somebody can just send my champions to a different wallet and they know who I am. If I'm doxxed, they might come look for me. So not to bring all the negativity up, but I can understand having large assets and being identified like that. I think safety is a big concern that we all have to think about. Some folks, I think like you, Squiddy, and, the Bored Ape Yacht Club team have thought about already, but I think over here we'll start the newer people will start thinking about pretty soon.
Right. This is why you won't see me with a hex on Twitter with my Bored Ape, because that shit's in a cold storage. And,
right.
I ain't fucking around with anything. Part of my lab. This is not an official Champions thing, right? I can throw a little cuss in there. I got that Philly in me too, where it just comes out.
East Coast, man, do it. Shit. We talk freely.
Shit. Yes. Balls.
Little Tourette's going on over there, eh?
I gotta change the rating now.
This is gonna be rated R.
Cut that out. No, I was calling.
I'm just joking. It's adult rated.
One of my favorite movies is Old School. So when they go like earmuffs, Frank, you can say whatever you want. He's got the earmuffs on.
Yeah, I got the babies. They're a little bit used to it. Squid, let's. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
man. So I
No.
just got a quick question for a lot of us here, right? Like when you bought those Bored Apes, and you don't have to disclose it. Did you buy more than one? And what price did you get it at? And how did you feel like when that thing skyrocketed, man?
Yeah.
So I was working at Top Shot when they were minting, right? And it was at the time where the Top Shot free fall was beginning. And the NFT degenerates, people who kind of made out like bandits on Top Shot, they were buying these new things, right? So I saw the Bored Ape kind of come out. I didn't really like register too much. And then they had that instant sellout. They sold out overnight, and then they started mooning. And I was still pretty new to things kind of like taking off like that. So I saw these NFTs. I'm like, okay, I can't buy Top Shot moments anymore. Let me buy some other NFTs. And at this time, the Bored Apes were around like a 2 ETH floor. ETH was around like $1,500. And it was just it was crazy. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to spend $800 on a JPEG. And I kept tracking. I bought some NFTs. Like, all right, I'll spend $100, right? Again, this was when gas was like $2. So I bought a few, and I bought some absolute garbage. And then I was looking too. I was like, you know what? I was tracking it. There was a big pump when they were doing the airdrop for the dogs, the Bored Ape Kennel Club. I'm like, all right, this is cool. So like the floor went up to like 5 ETH and then dropped down to around 3. And the biggest tell for me was, again, been a Sixers fan my whole life, and the president of the Philadelphia 76ers is Daryl Morey. And I'm like, okay, he made his profile picture on Twitter. I'm like, all right, what's going on here? This is the president of the Philadelphia 76ers. He points to that bridge and tells me that I should go jump off it. I'm like, you know what? There might be a good reason for me to do that. Can you guys hear me right now? My screen just
I can hear you.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Perfect.
Well, Squiddy, when did he share that picture? Like when in the timeline? About a year
It
ago?
was in
When
June.
was that?
It was in June. And I was like, okay, if Daryl Morey has one of these things, that's cool. And if I buy one of these Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs, that means I'm in the same community as the president of the Philadelphia 76ers. Because I see everything from a community lens, right? I see everything about bringing people together, having that shared common interest. So if I ever end up in a room with him, it's a starting point, right? We have that common denominator. And at the time, so again, the floor was around like 3 ETH. And I've never spent $6,000 on anything in my life. That's kind of what it came. That's what it came out to. And I'm like, all right, I'm buying these NFTs. If I'm gonna like give the space a full go, I need to step up and get what I think is the biggest horse. Because the crypto punks were like just like 50, like just like a ton of ETH, and it was way out of the range. And Bored Ape, it was expensive, but at the time it was affordable. So if this NFT space pops off, and I was a full believer and I had full conviction in the space, yeah, let's do it. So I was like, all right, I'm joining the same community as Daryl Morey. I bought my first ape it was on the floor for about 3.4 ETH. And then was buying some more garbage. I'm like, you know what? It's the rule of 2. So let me try and get another Bored Ape. So I was looking for the forever one, right? I was like, I'll go a little bit above the floor. I want one that represents me, one that like I really just like fall in love with. I saw the Squiddy one, like my Twitter one, the one that you see right now. It's got the BDSM hat, the blue dress, the blue background, smoking a cigarette, eyes closed, like, yo, we just did some wild shit. Like, what's up? It's a freaky Squiddy right there. It's a freaky ape, man. It's just
creepy fucking Squiddy.
So it's just like, this is me right here. This is a free ape, and it was not owned by anybody else. So the floor, it kept going up, and the floors of the apes was like 4.5 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this. I think the floor might have been 5. And then I saw this second one. I took every asset that I had from like Robinhood and whatever else too, got into ETH, and then just spent it all. I was like, okay, this is the last NFT I'm ever buying, because it was everything that I had. So it got me my second one. So I got 2 apes, one at 3.4 ETH and one at 5.8 ETH, and I've been diamond handing them since.
Wow. Oh, both of them. Do you have both still?
I have both still.
Nice. Ooh. And then obviously that leads right into the next thing. We've seen the ape coin get dropped. Like, how one, did you know that was coming? You and the community know it was coming? Because I didn't hear anything about it. And then how did it feel when you got up that morning and seen that airdrop to you?
There were always the rumblings of the coin happening. So the market, it was like factored into the speculation of the market. So again, I'm a holder by fault, right? I'm a diamond hitting guy by fault, for better or for worse. So I was like, all right, whatever comes, comes. And then I started to think like, yo, this could be like some serious internet cash, right?
Yeah.
So I looked it up and said, okay, I'm able to get about like, I was entitled to like 24,000 ape coins. And I'm like, oh, if it's like $2, like that's pretty sweet. So and just when it kind of dropped, I had just got to Vegas too, and I see this airdrop and I see the price action. It goes up to $10 a coin. I'm like, yo, what the heck, man? Like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Because again, like I've held the mutant serum, I did things, so it's just like, yo, this is wild. It was a blessing. I got myself a fancy bathing suit when I was out in Vegas.
So you hit the
Wonderful.
jackpot without even playing. It looked
I hit the
like
jackpot. I hit the jackpot without even playing, man. It's a once. I'm in a one of it's a once in a lifetime situation. And I'm just blessed and honored and humbled that my conviction and in the space has led me to there. That I was never in a position where I needed to sell the ape for money in my day to day life. I was able to kind of keep that and just leave it on the side. As I work other jobs, and I live a fairly modest life. I like to travel, I like to kick it. So
blessings, man.
blessings, man. I count my blessings every day. And the fact that I was in this situation where I could diamond hand, I was like, oh, if this NFT space makes it, this is going to be the leader. I thought when I got it, I was like, oh, I bought it for 3.4 ETH. I'm like, yo, if this thing doubles in a year, like that'll be sweet. Like it's better than any stock I could do. The road that's taking right now, I could not have expected it in my wildest dreams.
That's good. We're all living it, man. We're all in. I couldn't even expect getting into something, getting a piece of a AAA gaming studio and being able to play a video game to earn some money. So I'm the same as you, and I think we all gonna make it, man. So
yes, sir. Again, that's like I've spent more on Prime Eternals than I have on any other NFT ever. This is my highest, this is my biggest personal investment. Like it helps that I'm on the team and I get to see what's going on, right? But as you said, a chance to be, a company they're pioneering a AAA game using NFTs. So
I think
if we pull this off, then we're sitting unbelievable.
Oh, 100%. And we believe in this project. But I think kind of your process of going to it, paying this much ETH, this much fiat for a JPEG, that seems kind of ridiculous. It seems kind of we all go through that same process. And it's just like maybe you went through it a couple of years earlier, you know. A couple of things I want to get into. So first of all the Prime minds are going to discuss. I'm not just going to take over the show and talk to Squiddy myself, although I would like to. We're all going to jump in. We're going to get into your NFT education piece in a little bit, how you're thinking of approaching that. But first of all, I just want to go back a little bit more with the NBA Top Shot thing. And so that I heard about NBA Top Shot. I had no idea. I think I heard about that before I really even heard about NFTs or what that was or what that meant on a blockchain or owning a digital asset. I guess I got a couple questions. It's like, why do you think the NBA was so quick at getting into the NFT space? Because a lot of people still don't know what NFT space is, and you don't see really big organizations really getting in yet. And the NBA was first on that. And then I guess it's a two-part question. And then how did you get into working with NBA Top Shot? What was that process like?
So one, I would say it was more so for Dapper, for being able to okay, this is what we want to do and build out for you. And for the NBA, it's just, okay, it's another revenue stream. We kind of see where this technology is going. So that worked out for them. And then when I saw Top Shot, the biggest thing, and I'm a gamer at heart, right? And I kind of told a little bit about my story, which was Madden Ultimate Team. I was an OG for Madden Ultimate Team, where would be able to play and accrue coins and use those coins for packs. You can spend real money on packs. And then, it was at the beginning of the in-app purchase days, the freemium gaming. And the next year Madden would come out, then all the assets would kind of be for naught. So with NBA Top Shot, when I heard about it, when they were selling it, they were promising it to go with a mobile game. So you can own the assets in this mobile game. and these things have value, and the game wouldn't go away, right? So you'd be able to hold these assets like trading cards and use them for call it like an MLB showdown or like Pokemon type whatever game, whatever the mobile game would look like. So that was like connected every dot to me, being able to own the digital assets for a game and having it be a sports game, because I love sports. I love basketball, was a grand slam for me. So I found out Top Shot, and then I'm like, okay, the Discord was popping. There was like 200,000 people in there. So I'm like, all right, what am I going to do? And this is why I encourage people to like find your community and create your own value and find ways where you can contribute. You guys, I love what you guys are doing, because it's similar to what I did in the beginning of my Top Shot journey. I'm like, all right, in my head, I'm like, these guys need to hire me because I can bring them a specific value. I have skill sets in terms of organizing a community, being a part of a community. Again, I started a Facebook group in 9th grade called Every Person on Facebook that graduates in 2010. Next thing you know, there's 50,000 people in it, and there's a crazy chat. Instead of doing my homework, I'm there like moderating a Discord, doing some like dumb 9th grade shit like, all right, is the person above you hot or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's just like crazy action on it all day, all night. And it kind of like looking back on it, as I found like Discord the first time, like, yo, I've done this shit before, right? I've built things out like this before. This is it. So when I saw Top Shot, again, nothing was promised to me. I just know that, I'll take my basketball knowledge and understanding of the game more than anyone else, and my understanding of community. So I was in the Discord, and I committed my most valuable asset, which is my time, to NBA Top Shot, developing relationships with people in the community, doing things like you guys are doing, right? Talking about Top Shot, keeping the conversation going, and just playing my small part. And the goal was to like, yo, like I'm gonna get these motherfuckers to hire me. I'm gonna get these guys to hire me. That's just
damn. You created your own dream job.
Yeah, dude, I manifested it. So I reached out to anyone I could, saying, hey, this is what I do, and it's like, oh, it's clean slate. Like, what can you provide right now? So I shout out to Usman Patel, who's now the community manager at Candy Digital. He saw something in me. He recognized what I could bring, and he made me a mod, right? So I'm like, all right, whatever that means. That's fun. That's cool. So there was like, oh, I can maybe get some free packs, whatnot from Top Shot. So I would like mod the chat. I found one channel that I did best, which was Talking Hoops. So like, I'm gonna make this my channel. I'm just gonna talk hoops, make sure the conversation's going well. Continue to just be an active member of the community conversations. And then I'm like, okay, you guys should be hiring me. Like, this is a path to do this full time. These are my skills. I stuck with it. I manifested and made it happen. Next thing you know, I'm a paid community manager. And I knew too, like, yo, once I get that on my resume, once I can get this experience, because at the time, Dapper was like at the forefront of what people were doing here. So I saw it as a great opportunity. I thought it was a dream job at the beginning. It turns out it was more so of a dream stepping stone, right? And provide all these other opportunities. When I go out, meet people, tell them my community experience. When I say I was community manager for Top Shot, it really continued to open up the doors. And that was definitely had a lot to do with me getting this job right here, right? Nice. So I did that for about 6 months at Top Shot, which was the perfect time for me. I was very ready to move on to the next chapter. And when Jam City reached out to me, I had a lot of opportunities to consult and do these things, but to be on the ground floor of something of this project, it just it hit me. Yep. And I got to, in my interview process, I got to, I was interviewing them as much as they were interviewing me, but I got to meet Zero Cool. I got to meet some of the execs. I got to meet some of the other peoples on the team. Like, yo, I like these guys. I think this could be something great. So here we are. And I specifically chose this opportunity because of the unique position Jam City was in to enter the space as a, to make a AAA game. So,
NFT, play to earn, functional. Yeah, go ahead, Gonzaga.
Yeah, so I wanted to speak to that a little bit. Just you've got all this background with Top Shot and the NFT space, Bored Ape, and all that. And you're a Prime Eternal holder. You've got 15 or something, right?
Yep.
So with all that said, how do you feel about the project? Are you bullish?
I'm bullish. I'm definitely bullish. Again, I bought another Prime maybe a week ago, right? And I'm bullish on myself. I know that if I'm part of a team, I'm a winner, man. I win what I do, and however I can fill that role, I consider myself a team player. I like to win. I like being part of teams that win. It's kind of throughout the whole life. When I commit myself to a team and organization, we're gonna go get them dubs. And I
Hype.
think what we're doing right now is such a unique project, and we're not just a normal NFT project, right? We're building a legit fucking AAA video game. So I just like if I'm on the team and I'm able to provide my input, and I know that I'm in a spot where people, it's humbling that people respect what I have to say when it comes to the NFT space. So being able to provide that input and be able to kind of give a different perspective than people, because again, it's a relatively new space. So
Yeah.
I have confidence in myself. So like, and again, I tell you guys, I'm a voice of you, right? I'm relaying everything that you guys are saying, everything you guys are hearing. It's all going to what I think are the right people who needs to hear what at the specific time. And actions speak louder than words. And me owning and buying internals with my own cash, that's kind of like, yo, I'm one of you guys, right? I'm a collector. I'm a gamer. I'm your voice on the inside. So
Right.
as a collector, I kind of tell people I happen to have more patience than the normal collector, as I guess that's been proven with the apes, right? I could have sold for
Oh
50
my
ETH. I could have sold
God.
for 70 ETH. It was just like I'm a very patient guy. So with the long-term vision and the way that the game's being made, I don't look short-term. I don't look floor unless it's something that I'm trying to buy in again, or if I'm trying to buy the dip. Um,
Yep.
but it's
No,
yeah,
that's
I'm a long term guy, and I believe in what these guys are doing here. I believe in the devs, and I believe in Zero Cool.
that's
And
amazing. I want no, not many people have faced that, right? Diamond handing, looking at getting in at about 2 ETH and looking at a floor price of 50 ETH. That's easier said than done. Like, who's going to diamond hand that? The one and only Squiddy.
everybody I talk to tells me to sell and tells me that I am an idiot for not selling. I'm like, no. So I joke like, yo, my initial price was 1 million. Like, if a Bored Apes get to 1 million floor, I'll sell one for $1 million. So
He's,
we're two
man.
fifths of the we're 2/5 of the way there.
Wow.
I think it's been taking a step back now, but like last week the floor was at like 400 grand, which is just absolutely insane.
That's that is bonkers. Well, I mean, you got the
I've got
coin, so
I've got
that's good.
20 bucks. I've got $20 in my bank account.
Good. Yeah,
I need buy the dip buying me some pokey.
So,
Oh, we're some
question for
traders
you,
here too.
Squiddy.
Mhm.
If you, I mean, have you ever thought about or taken advantage of like leveraging your Bored Apes? Like how there's people out there right now, big obviously businesses that are leveraging their Bitcoin holdings to go out and buy more Bitcoins. Like, is that ever something that you thought about doing?
Yes, to a degree. In terms of like licensing it out, I want to make sure that it fits my brand, my image, and I do the proper background, because whatever I associate myself with, that'll go back on my reputation, right? And reputation is very, very big in this space. I just have the same goal. I just want to bring people together, and I want to be a good, kind person and show empathy. So, however things can kind of like line up with that, work for
Right.
me. Been in some discussions. A lot of people reach out, see if they can partner up with the apes. But as I kind of like, I'm settled in now. Obviously, like leading up to the drop, it was all just champions, 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 and I put all that to the side. But now, yeah, I'm always open to opportunities. I've got some cool things in the works, that I hope to eventually share. And yeah,
Good.
just gonna try and continue to play my small part and being um, just being someone that people are happy to associate with in this space.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And you
have
do
you
a great
been
thing. Mhm.
have
So
you been
you
personally
touched on.
approached to
Oh, go ahead.
license your ape for anything yet?
Yeah, I've had some unique opportunities. Might even be someone in the primes that are interested in doing something. But it's I'm open to everything. But the first one would be something that I have faith in. So
Nice. No, that's
in due
great.
time, as you guys know, I'm in no hurry.
Right, right. And so, Squid, again, it's great that you're on here. We only have so much time. I really want to get into the how you're thinking about the NFT education. I kind of know why you want to do it. It's like you're looking out for the community. You're wanting to get people involved, to bring people to the space. If you can be the one to introduce people to the space and they find some success, I can see how that will be fulfilling. I think that's part of the reason the Prime Minds here are doing this podcast. Spreading the word, bringing people to the space, trying to educate people when we can. But myself at least, I'm still learning a lot. I think to get into some of this NFT education, a question that I have and something I struggle with sometimes, because as I walk outside in real life, IRL, I look around, and if I try to talk to people about NFTs, they just stare at me with a blank stare. I think a lot of us have that problem. How do you explain NFTs to people that never heard about it? Like how do you get the concept across?
This is why I like the meetups too, because you want to talk to people who are just as into it as you are, right? And it's hard talking to normies, right? And I equate it to the Matrix. You got to take the red pill on your own, right? I'm never gonna. And these are all things I've learned in the journey, right? I'm never going to convince anyone. I'm never going to try and convince anyone to get into the space. But people know I'm in the space. They reach out to kind of ask me about it, and I do what I can to explain. And I say, like, hey, usually with these tokens and with these communities, the actual art, the actual picture is most often like the least interesting part of why we like NFTs. So I give people some information. I tell them to go on OpenSea, look at some things, find something that kind of represents their digital identity. In my way of community, like if this is someone who's like in my real life circle, it's like, hey, find something fun, find an NFT that you like, do some research on it. And if you end up buying one, I'll buy one in the same, find one that's under 0.1 ETH, and I'll buy one in the same community as you. So we're doing that together. Like I'm establishing that community with my IRL friend, and we're both getting into this new community, whatever they choose, whatever represents them. I just talk about it as the tool that will bring people together. There's a lot of things we're going to be able to do in terms of just like leveling like the social justice platform, right? I see NFTs as being the great equalizer. So I talk about all the good things again, like, hey, again, we're in a space right now. A lot of things you see the bullshit ads on Instagram, right? Never buy any NFT that you see on Instagram. That's a tip right there, right? Just some little safety things.
I've been tagged. I don't even know how they got my real Instagram, but
the bots are crazy, and it's just really tough, and it's just really hard to onboard right now because again, like, oh, I hear about these NFTs. They get an NFT ad on Instagram, they buy that, they get rugged, and then they're off put in the entire space. So one of the things I want to do is just like, these are some signs to look forward to for a project, how to do your proper research, how to get involved and ingrain yourself in the community. Because again, there's the joke, devs do something, right? But in Web3, it's all about what comes from the community. So that's why, again, I say I'm here to facilitate what all the community members want to do. If the community doesn't want to do shit with their primes, if they don't want to take it upon themselves to build up a community, kind of like how I started with Top Shot, it's going to be tough to go places, right? So it really comes down to a group effort and how I want to like facilitate anyone doing things with their primes, sharing the primes, because that's how it grows. That's how the shit grows organically.
Is that what you think made Bored Ape Yacht Club
100%.
so successful?
1,000,000%. Because again, the original utility for Bored Apes was being able to draw dicks on a digital bathroom wall. Seriously,
that's not a bad utility. That's all right.
Right, and it was just like a graffiti wall, and then people were like, "Oh, you got full IP rights," and people started to really like embrace them 100% as their digital identities. And I saw some of the cool shit that people were doing, and I'm like, "Yo, it just stood for something bigger, right?"
Yeah,
and seeing all the creative ways that you could do that, and the two apes that I have, like the identities that I see them having, and the stories that I can create for them, definitely all contributed to it. And then it took the devs. Yeah, the devs have not missed for the Bored Apes, but from what like the community has done, the Bored Apes are nothing without what the community did for them to bring their own value to the space. And when a bunch of people were bringing their own value to the space, it just like the perfect storm generated.
Yeah, that has to be kind of encouraged though by the project, by the devs themselves. You think, or is that a Web3 culture in itself? What do you think? kind of taking
Yeah.
ownership of the NFT, like really taking ownership of it.
It's all about the ownership, right? And it's just making shit happen for yourself and
Hmm.
contributing what you can, connecting with the right people and growing. Like people aren't gonna just give you shit. You got to work for it, and you got to put yourself out there and put yourself in the right situation. Every single human being has value, right? It's how are you gonna use it, and how are you gonna contribute to the space? Who are you gonna connect with? It takes a village, right? Nobody can do anything on their own. It
Right,
always
right.
takes a team. It always takes a group.
And a big thing I had was Squiddy. We all know like this Web3 is big. So Jam City's one of the like first blue chip, if you would call a blue chip, like a blue chip NFT company, I would consider Jam City that. Now, being on that size of a scale of a company, right, $1 billion company, do they have to approach it different ways than smaller developers?
Yes. And again, I wouldn't call them a blue chip NFT company because again, we're pioneering a new game, right? This is our first. We're a blue chip gaming company, right? Mobile gaming company. We know how to make games, we know how to ship games, but this is the first foray into the NFT space, right? And one of the things that intrigued me about it, right? This isn't a Blizzard. This isn't one that's got like, we have this game on Xbox, so we're going to try and integrate NFTs to our Xbox game. No, this is a company that is known for making amazing games with amazing IP, and they're creating something from scratch, right? We're like this game kind of it's a new game that's adding to the portfolio and the resources I see that are going into it. So it's a blue chip company, absolutely. But we've got work to do, and once we kind of get to the spot we want to be, I very much see that it'll be, a blue chip NFT project, especially in the gaming space. But we got to work to get there. And we
It's
got to work as a team, and we got to work as a community to get to the spot we want to do. And nothing happens right away, right? It's going to have to be the magic sauce will come when it comes. The supply crunch will come when it comes. But that's going to be, once we kind of get closer and we can share more of the updates and more of the more tangible things that we have going on.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's the main reason why I got into the space. King Dav over here is it's really a video game company, right? A gaming company, a mobile gaming company, AAA company that's getting into the NFT space, which is Squiddy, why you're so important, because you know the space, you've done the work in different Discords, different successful projects, and you're kind of bridging that divide between the AAA game, and between the NFT Web3 space, which just makes you the man, right? Just making that connection. That's why we value and honor you as the community manager over here.
I'm just trying to do my small part, man. And again, like I'm not my role technically is a community engagement manager, right? And I just kind of I've got fingers on everything, right? In every little space, whenever my input is provided, asked, again, I get a lot of opportunities to do like consulting, community consulting behind specific projects. I'm really all over the place. And deep down, I'm just a member of the community who happens to have a backstage access, right? And who happens to have, I might have more, not sway, but, I'm able to talk to the people I need to talk to, and I can parlay the voices there.
Well,
And that's what I'm trying to use
yeah.
that platform for, to to be a servant of the people, right? And
That's
it does
it.
take a village, and it's just again, this is not a regular NFT project. When it comes to engagement, when it talks to whatever, we're a video game company, right? We're a video game company first and foremost that's making a game in the NFT space using the NFTs.
Right. We appreciate that. It's as an OG of the space, the Web3 space, NFTs, all of the above. Have you seen it change? Since when you first got in, couple years now. Have you seen the space change, and where do you think it's going?
It's definitely changed, right? And when it comes to like all these new projects, everyone's trying to find quote unquote the next Bored Ape. I'm lucky enough that I have the Bored Apes, so I'm not like 95% right now are just flippers. People want to just like stack their ETH, go from one thing to another, stay liquid, and just kind of build up that bankroll. I'm a collector at heart, so I see all these projects coming about, and I just don't have a need to try and expand my ETH because I just know, I'm thinking long term.
You find the ones that you're passionate about. Yeah,
Exactly.
you know what?
I was more aggressive. I wish I was more aggressive at flipping back in the day because I probably could have made more. But I collect shit that I like. I'm a holder to a fault. It obviously
Right.
paid off with the apes, but it did not pay off with a bunch of other projects. So there's a ton of greed out there, and everyone sees the amount of, people are saying, oh, I've made this amount of money, whatever. And a lot of people, they just want to make bread and they don't care at the expense that it comes from. So I've always been like Docs and someone who values relationships. I'm always going to do what I think is right and something that stands by my values. So it's a tough space to navigate right now. That's why I'm excited to be part of a, not typical NFT project, because I want to be involved in a space. I want to leave a mark in a space. When they're writing a book about NFT history, I want them to talk about Squiddy at some point, right? I want them to be a legacy.
There it is, moving it forward, right?
And just like being able to be part of the first AAA game, I think.
They're
a really big part of the legacy.
Just moving the whole space forward. Yeah, go ahead.
Squiddy, you said that you got into a bunch of garbage before you found your Bored Ape, right?
Yes.
Can you maybe elaborate on a few of the projects? You don't necessarily have to name them, but can you elaborate on why they ended up being garbage and what happened to them?
Absolutely.
And why you thought maybe they would have been something more and turned out not to be.
So again, it came down to games, right? I always knew that being able to kind of own your assets and play games with your things was it. So we're back in the day, and there's this one project minting. The go-to price to mint an NFT was 0.08 ETH for a while. That was the standard, because again, that was what the Bored Apes were to mint. And so I've been looking at these projects. Oh, I could get a Bored Ape for 2 ETH, or I can look at this B-ball pandas, right? These kind of look like the apes, and they've got stats and stuff, and they're promised a game and whatever. And me being a basketball guy, I was like, oh shit, I got to mint 6 because I need a starting lineup and a 6th man. And then the project just kind of the team, it was just one dev, it was just the Spanish dude, he didn't know how to do anything besides mint it, and he just ran off with the ETH, right? I remember being I love hoops, this could be really fun, this could be good. And looking back, the art was just terrible. But I was I need to stack whatever I can, because trying to find that next Bored Ape, right? I was just trying to see, what's going to blow up next. And, a basketball game. These guys have stats. They can dunk, 3-pointers, whatever. That's my favorite version of a rug, where I guess, the guy definitely meant well, but had no idea what he was doing. And there wasn't a team to sustain being able to continue to work and build out a project, a game. And then that's when I realized, it's really, really hard to make a game, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of these little things where I thought that they would be the next big thing. Realized that I have no idea what I'm doing, right? I'm gonna continue to do research on these teams, but again, B-ball pandas is my favorite rug. I'm gonna check it out on OpenSea right now.
You still holding? You still diamond handing?
Oh, the floor's not 0 anymore. It's 0.009. Okay. Don't tell me anyone's bought one of these things recently. Oh my God. Someone bought a B-ball panda 7 days ago. Stop.
We just gave it some airtime.
Stop.
You're absolutely right, man. It's easier said than. I think that's why we're all in Champions Ascension in CA, because it's easier said than done. It's easy to put a roadmap out. It's easier to look at a template of a white paper, and it's easier to say that you're going to make a game in your roadmap. It's a different story when it comes to making one and making a functional, fun one on the blockchain, which is why I'm here, and which is I don't even see a reason not to be impatient. I don't see why people are being impatient, but that's a completely different story.
That's the nature of the space, man. Again, we live in a world right now of instant gratification and short attention spans, right? This is not the project for that.
Right.
Plain and simple, this is not the project for that.
Yeah, I'm not looking for points.
There's always going to be people flipping and whatnot, but when I tell my real life friends, even out at the bachelor party, right? I tell them if you want something that you're fine to just buy right now and check back in a year,
right?
Then I can recommend this, right? I don't recommend, if you want to stay liquid, whatnot, this is something that you're buying to hold for a year.
It's kind of like when the people first bought Amazon at 40 cents, right? Amazon stock. And then now it's $4,000 a share.
It took a while. That's right. That was 20 years. Yeah,
and that's years, right?
Right.
yeah.
So it's just, this is the patience is a virtue, patience is rewarded. I
No, I'm
know
with.
it's just like, if you see that long-term thing and you have conviction in the space, continue to bring value and continue to stick with your conviction. As long as you
Man,
find
yeah,
people
man. I
that
think
you believe in, and you believe in the long-term vision and you believe in their ability to execute and get shit done.
right, man. Like I feel good just that someone like you, Squiddy, with a good heart, good intentions, and just a knack for the community, and it looks like just society overall knows where things are, knows where things are going, is in this space. And I think I feel the same as you. I think all the prime minds do, and everybody that's holding the champions is this is like the next iteration of NFTs and Web3, and gaming is just going to be a big part of it. And we're still very early. And so I am grateful to be here, and I know everyone is.
Me too, man. It's a blessing. I'm the luckiest dude in the world.
And we're right behind you, man. Good.
Gonna jump in here real quick if we're good. Squid, you're getting some love in the YouTube chat too, man. Like people like you, man. So that's good.
Where's the YouTube chat? People like me? No way. I don't believe it.
I know, crazy, right?
I don't believe it.
Go ahead, man. I bet you're most popular in the yearbook, man. You just got that energy, bro, and it's real appreciated.
I appreciate it. That's why we fall in love in Vegas, right? We fall in love with pool parties.
And Squiddy, now like we see, how Bored Ape Yacht or Yacht Apes is making a game, right? They're starting to get into gaming. So as I see that, and I'm like, wait, Jam City's already beginning in the space and developing, so we're at a good spot to me, right?
I think so. That's why I'm here.
Mm-hmm. It seems like we're already in front of a lot of projects who put games on the roadmap. But yeah, Squiddy,
Exactly.
there's a segment that we do, and I think we're going to run it. We're going to do a little segue here called Prime Time. And what we do is we take a look at some Prime Eternals. We have of course the glorious, the almighty 7622, and we want to give each one its time in the spotlight. Kind of take a look at it, see what its good features are, and kind of what its advantages might be in the arena and in Messina. We usually pull up 2 of them. I just found out that you hold 15, and actually I saw you putting some bids on the floor a few days ago.
I put one on the floor because I need a Grondel. I don't have a Grondel yet, so I'm in the market to maybe trade for one or add
That's
a
by
new
the Dip's
one.
favorite.
My ETH is low right now.
I have 4 of them right now. I have 4 Grondels. I'm a big Grondel fan.
Yeah, I definitely need one because I want to. I'm just trying to be a Gonzaga light, right? I need that complete set.
Squiddy, do you have one that you like, or one that we can take a look at, and Prime Minds can go through and discuss, what it looks like, and just give the Prime its time to shine.
Absolutely. I mean, I've got what's the number here? We might as well do my Death Gang, the leader of the Death Gang.
Oh yeah, we'll pull it up.
1672.
1672, and we're going to we show it on the YouTube stream too. Let me pull it up. Let me take a look at it first.
Before we do that, we got the sponsorships coming up, right? This is something that's near and dear to Squiddy's heart.
Looking for a place to take in the vibes without the strife? Well, hang up your sword, shield, axe, mace, or whatever else you use to mangle opponents, and come on down to the Squiddy Dome.
Yes, that is me. I did say hello in the chat.
Like it's our job, because it is. The Squiddy Dome, where every champion is a lover, not a fighter.
Guys, let me know when we're back.
We're there.
And we are back. I hope that was for the Squiddy Dome, and I hope that gets you hyped about joining in Messina. So we're back here with Squiddy. We are in Prime Time, and we're going to look at one of Squiddy's favorites, Prime Eternals. And I think what was the number again?
The number is 1672. I missed the sponsorship, by the way. I didn't get to hear it. Was it just on YouTube?
Yeah, it's just on YouTube.
Okay. I hope I didn't interrupt it.
No, we did. We're Squiddy, we're getting better every week too.
That's a 5p, huh?
Yeah, that's a beautiful one, man.
This is the first time I've seen the 5P symbol on the
Oh,
on the card.
wow.
5P. So my in real life friend, who again he might not be my friend anymore because he sold out of the project. He minted this. I bought it from him from an undisclosed amount and traded him one, and then he immediately sold it. So we, sometimes you lose some friendships in the space, but
Also,
I'm at least
though,
glad you didn't sell to a random and that this 5P death is in the right hands.
beautiful. Wow. Yeah, I love this tail. We have the electrified tail. When I first saw it, I just knew that was divine tail, but because they put so much into the look with the electricity going on there. But that's the epic tail. You got the rare wings, the night bug wings. I think that's a good look with the death. 5P squid.
The fangs and the horns.
Legendary fangs, legendary horns.
Wow.
Real good look.
Thank you
You think
very
you're gonna fight her? You're gonna breed her? What are you thinking of?
Oh, we definitely breed in this beauty, yo. This is some sacred breeds. I hear that I'm being courted by a Fenrir, right? So we'll play hard to get a little bit, you know.
And the Darluke is one of the most dangerous champions too.
Yeah. So we're very excited about it. We're very happy about it.
Man, yeah, a whole stable.
Purchase in a while.
You're getting a whole stable of champions out of her, man. This looks amazing. What was the acquiring? How did you snipe this one? How did you come about getting it?
Yeah. It was minted by my in real life friend, and I told him I have to have it.
Oh yeah.
I was like, let me trade for it. Again,
And he listened to you.
this person, didn't really give a shit about the project, and they're just kind of like flipping
Paper-handed
thing. And yeah, I mean, I paid a pretty penny in ETH, like for whatever the market was for the 5 pure at the time. And,
she's worth it.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, this is something for me to hold. Again, just putting some more conviction in it. I wish that he gave me a little bit more of a discount, but I knew that wasn't happening, and I knew that like if I didn't do it, he would just put it up for sale, and this needed to be in the right hands.
Hey man, beautiful.
You traded him one for and paid him. What did you trade him?
I just traded like they're all the primes are amazing, but traded one that was unmemorable. I think it was a dupe that I had, and then I traded some ETH, decent amount of ETH.
That's worth it, man. She is beautiful. I love the Daruk too. I hope I'm saying it right. I have a couple. I have a couple of her. I think she's my favorite.
And I've been trying to so I can get one myself.
Yep. Nice. Squid, let me ask you. So what is kind of your strategy? Since I did see you put some bids in, what's your strategy in acquiring some of these primes?
I just like shit that looks cool, that I can battle with, and then I'm a collector at heart, so I want to collect one of every family because that's just what I do. Like for Top Shot, I'll complete like the entire set of I just like sets. It's just how my brain operates. I want to have a cool collection. So one of every family, and then I'm probably gonna be done because unless Jam City wants to give me a raise, but
throwing the bonus.
If anyone's listening out there, I'll buy more primes.
Yes. All right, we're gonna look at one more. I think whose is this one? Help me out, Prime Minds.
It looks like it is Blitz gave one. I don't know, 4831.
All right, pull it up.
And I can share another one that I
D1 P3.
4831. Nice. Sadari. She is a beauty. She looks like one that I have. I love these wings. I know the wings don't match, but I love the epic life wings on the death with the gold wings with the death look and the matching divine tail. The death divine tail. She's looking good. What do you guys think?
Those the wings that we were talking about on one of our first primetime spots?
It is.
It is. Yeah, the 2% wings. So very, very few are going to have those wings.
And this
I know it's
Sadari,
not much, but the hair is less than 1% hairstyle, right? So those wings and
she
those
got
hairs,
she got the pretty highlights.
yep.
The Sadari, like she look when I take a screenshot of her, I try not to get that scary part because she scares the shit out of me. But then when she's just sitting there looking, she looks good, very attractive woman. But then she just turns to a vampire on you and just goes, vicious. But that started to grow on me, and I think I got a couple of the Sadari too. She's also my other favorite.
I love the growl.
Yes, scary as hell.
I'm just wondering what artist had a bad girlfriend that did this to him.
I'll find that out.
So Squiddy, I have a question. Is the Squiddy Dome something that you're really strategizing to really put in the game?
I mean, right now, these are all things that I just like, I'm just kind of running with the story, Squiddy Dome, but I definitely see there's, going to find a way to implement it because it's the Squiddy Dome. It just has to happen. It's going to do whatever I'm going to be able to do on my land or at the time too. It'll just be fun. It's going to get a lot of my creative juices when the time is right. But now it's just like, oh yeah, it's the Squiddy Dome, right? We're going to be able to make something with it. In terms of the specifics, I have no idea.
Squiddy, look, you're gonna have to DM me and let me know where that's at in Messina so I can build something next door.
I got you.
And we hang out, man. We'll hang out. Guys, we had an hour. We're not going to keep Squiddy. We know he's a busy man. We know he's newly engaged. I think his fiance is staring at him like, hey, when are we going to get on with our weekend?
No, she's loving it.
I know it. Squiddy, any last parting words for us? And we're going to let you go.
My last parting words are I appreciate you guys, man. Again, it's everything that I stress when people talk about what to do and how to get more involved in the NFT space. It's committing your most valuable asset, which is your time, into something that you're passionate about and connect with people that you have a bond with. And that's when the cool shit happens. So I love that you guys are doing this podcast. I love that you guys kind of got together to talk Prime Eternals. The community is nothing without people like you. So I want to use my last words to thank each and every one of you for doing this. I love what it is. Tell me how I can continue to enhance this or help you guys grow what you're doing here. And this applies to anybody else who wants to get more involved. Think of ways where you can provide value. And this applies to any NFT project that you're in, whether we're building this AAA game or whether it's a fun little profile picture that you really enjoy and you want to get something out of it. You're only going to get something out of it if you commit some time to it and you put in some work to it. And that's just almost life in general too. Nothing's given to you. So
that's it.
I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Benzaga, By the Dip, King Dav, Vita, ZM. It's just, you guys are doing great stuff. I'm here to support you guys. I'm here to help out whoever I can. And again, I'm just one of you guys. I'm a big fan.
That's it, man. Look, and with that, there's nothing else we can add to that. That's a mic drop moment. Squiddy, we thank you. We appreciate you. We thank you that you're in here working for this space, doing what you can do to promote the project that we all, are dedicated to. So once again, thanks to Squiddy. If we had an applause track, we would run it right now. But that's it. This week of Prime Minds. We will see you all next Saturday for the Prime Minds episode 4. But thanks to all of you. Talk to you soon. And as always, Prime Minds think alike.